Hello and welcome to the show. So today we have another challenge for you today, and this is regarding the Lotus 211. As most of you may know, this is the fastest A-class car we've had around the track and probably one of the most best value for money cars in Forza. So we're going to see if we can beat it using different cars for the same amount of money or less. Now this is what I've bought. I bought a TVR Sagaris or Sagaris, whatever one you call it. This has been upgraded very slightly, no engine upgrades at all. It has had sport brakes and race tyres. Nothing else has been done to it because I can't afford it. I was left with 400 credits. And Alex is coming in a slidey BMW.
Yes, indeed. I have a BMW Z3
God, that's hideous.
It does look like somebody's urinated on it, I will be honest. Aside from the hideous colour, this does start off at it's around mid B class, but the car itself only costs 15,000 credits, so I have a lot of upgrades I could do to it. It has got race weight reduction, race tyres, various. It has an engine swap as well as a V8 from a BMW M3, race brakes, race suspension, and so on and so on. It's got a humongous rear wing. It has, in fact, it has a double rear wing. For reasons of downforce, although that doesn't seem to work at all. Anyway, yes, we're going to have a 6-lap race just to kind of test these cars out and see what they can do. Off the line, the BMW is significantly faster, although I completely forget where I'm braking. Yeah, the BMW is incredibly fast in a straight line. It surprised me, actually. I was expecting this to be the other way around, complete opposite to the way around it turned out. My car is very fast accelerating, very fast in a straight line, and an absolute handful when it comes to the corner. It's a terrifying thing to drive. It's got 461 horsepower, which isn't the most powerful thing we've had. I'm surprised at how kind of leery it is. We're trying to fit too wide into the hammerhead. That's never going to end. You just take all the cones.
It's never going to end well.
I saw that. Yeah, this is odd. I've driven many powerful supercars, but for this, for some reason, despite only having 461, and I say only, this is a racing game, so your concept of power goes a little bit. It goes a little bit skew-whiff when you talk about games. But yeah, it's a very odd, very tricky car to drive. I'm trying to overtake you through the follow-through. That's I don't know,
really well. I had a massive
big
slidey moment there.
Yeah, the TVR's not immune to slides. No, weight-wise. The M3, there's M3s, the Z3, it's M3 engined. 2,500 pounds. It's fairly lightweight, it's fairly small, I guess. I guess it's probably the size that makes it as twitchy as it is.
It has got a shorter wheelbase than the TVR.
Yeah, it's an interesting car to drive. It's very tough to kind of get it around a lap because it does that all the time. It just wants to do that everywhere you go. It just wants to kind of go sideways. And this is it's an odd thing to say that a TVR is more composed than a BMW.
I don't think
it's not a normal
say that.
No, it's a very strange thing. But yeah, the BMW is a quick car. Don't get me wrong. It is blisteringly fast in a straight line. But that wing on the back. Yeah, that does nothing. That was a waste of, what was it, 3,000 credits? I'm trying to look at the list of bits. 2,500 credits, there we go, is how much I paid for that rear wing. It does nothing. It's absolutely I don't know. Although, to be fair, it could be worse without the wing. It may be even more terrible and all over the place without the wing. I don't know. I didn't try it before. But, yeah, it's a tough car to drive. It's certainly nowhere near as nice to drive as a Lotus 211. I would definitely have a 211 over this thing. Although the straight line speed is kind of nice. There's a little bit of overtaking going on. They're surprisingly even matched, I have to say.
There was only 6 or 7 PI in it.
Yeah, I've got the PIs. It was 621 for the BMW, and it was 617 for the TVR. There we go.
There you go. So, not a lot of PI in it. I mean, remember, these cars, we didn't know, at the time, we didn't know what each other's cars were. Until I decided at the last minute to buy a TVR. Probably not the wisest choice in the world that I thought. Halfway through building it, I thought, is this going to work? But it was surprising. Like I said, I only had 400 credits left when I built this car. So all I could do was put race tyres on it, which was essential. Because as you can see, coming down to like the follow through, it is very scary when you go. You're going more sidewaysness.
Oh yeah, it just does that everywhere. It's just a thing that BMW likes to do.
Yeah, so I went off for some reason. I had a bit of a moment. But yeah, this is very scary through the fast sections. Taking out more cones. I don't think the lack of a wing helps. I don't know how I managed to not crash around there.
Yeah, we got through corners side by side that we really shouldn't be. for most of this race. I'm trying to go around the outside of you in a slidey BMW. That's very scary. Still around the outside. Come on, it'll work. Oh no, ran out of room. Nearly did it.
That was very close. And then the BM just drives away with it.
And then look at the speed. So much speed.
I mean, that BM. I mean, you have a knack for doing that, don't you? You have a knack for building an insanely quick car.
I never intended. On this one, I was trying to be sensible. I was thinking, right, Lotus 211, really good handling car. It's faster around this track because it has so much grip. Not the fastest in a straight line. It only does like 140 or something, or 150 tops out at that kind of speed. So I was thinking, right, let's get a small, light sports car, make it handle really well, and I came up with a monstery thing. I don't know what the hell. How I do that.
Slides more than a TVR.
I don't know how I did that. It's got all the race handling parts on it. It just slides everywhere. I don't know. I can't explain why. It's a strange thing. But yeah, it's odd. It's odd seeing a very composed. Well, I say very. In comparison, a very composed TVR.
Yeah. This was very scary, especially coming through the second part of the follow through. It was a very scary thing to drive. But out of the two, I would probably have the TVR. Purely because of the noise. This car sounds incredible.
Yeah, that is a good point. The TVR has a very, very nice sounding. I also love the exhaust on the TVR.
Yeah,
how they come out at the side, at the back. It's a very.
I can imagine that when you're going past pedestrians, they must absolutely wet themselves when they go by.
Yeah, it would be TVR to have that exhaust layout.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic car.
Yeah, TVR, you've lost it. So this is on the final lap. I managed to pull away. Daniel made a couple of mistakes, as you can see there. He had a bit of a spin. I managed to pull away, and I'm going to have a spin across the line as well. I was finishing anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I won the race, although it was remarkably close between the two of them.
Yes,
so
it was.
We are going to hand them both over to the Stig and see what he can do with them. He hasn't had a go at a car for a while. So yeah, we're going to give him these two to have a play with. I will point out, I forgot to say, that neither of these two are anywhere near as composed as a Lotus 211. We tried making them. They have race tyres. The Lotus has whatever it comes with. And even then, these are nowhere near as good as that. So on that front, no, they're not as easy to drive as a Lotus 211. However, can they be faster than it around the track? Of course, they have got much faster top speeds. They are probably slightly faster accelerating. And it's got quite a lot of straights, this track. While the Lotus is a bit of an odd one out, the Lotus and the Viper are kind of the odd ones out on our leaderboard. They're very high grip cars. A Hennessy Venom does top the tables. So, yeah, they should have a fighting chance. Oh, well, yeah, the Venom is an insane car, but I wasn't expecting that to be able to kind of hold on to the road. So these cars do have a chance to come up towards the follow-through. Now, yes, it is scary in both of these cars. Even with the humongous double wing on my car, it does nothing. It's useless. Through the tyre walls, both are very, very fast indeed. BMW has a slight bit of a lead as they come in towards the final corner, but of course, when it gets to the corners, that is the TVR's strong point. It has better brakes, has better handling, has more grip, and kind of less oversteer. And around the final corner, both are fairly controlled until Stig lost it. He lost it.
May have crashed my car.
Stig may have had a little bit of a crash in the TVR. Anyway, it is for the lap times. As you can see, it was incredibly close between them. The Lotus 211 is a 1:15.5. The Z3 did a 1:15.473. The Sagaris a 15.573.
God damn it.
That's blooming close. And I can't remember what the exact time for the Lotus is because I round all the times up. So that is mighty, mighty close between all three of them. I'm surprised. I'm surprised for 70 grand we got cars as fast as that 211. I didn't think we would.
Plus, considering one of them was a very slidey Z3 and one of them was a TVR.
Yeah, I'm surprised the TVR didn't break down or the Stig didn't get confused. Like I suspect in TVRs, where the indicator stick is, that's not the indicator stick. That's probably the engine start or something.
Fair, I think he's still in it. I don't think he can get out.
Yeah, it could be. He could have been locked in that TVR forever. I think he'd be happy in there. It's a nice car. It's fun to drive. But yeah, I'm really surprised that them two actually kind of kept up. We were very successful, although I will point out that both of these cars were S-Class. They have about 20 or 30 PI on the Lotus, and they have race tyres. So they do have that advantage. But no, I'm amazed that we actually got them, we built them to be as fast as the Lotus. Anyway, that is it for this challenge, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you have challenges you'd like to see us do, then please do leave them in the comment section. I'll have a look through, and our favourites will be in a video at some point. However, until next time, goodbye.
Bye.